And so following me, of course, I just want to bring up the person who has taught me everything I know about taking action and changing your mindset, as Ametria talked about. He is just really an amazing gentleman. He's my personal coach, and he's afforded me being able to look at things differently and not so much rely on your past or how you've grown up, but just implement the things and the strategies that he's talked about. And he's from Atlanta, Georgia. We've heard about him all this evening. And so without further ado, I want to present to some and introduce to others, Mr. BB, Brian Beane.
So I'm supposed to do a keynote address. Okay. Now, those who don't know me may not know this, but I do a lot off the top of my head. So is that okay if I do that too?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Why do I have on tennis shoes? In case you haven't noticed. So I left Atlanta this morning, Keith. I'm like, man, I'm gonna come out with a vest today, you know. I don't feel like wearing no tie. I'm in this kind of mood. I'm kind of in a different mood. And they play every day I'm hustling, so I'm like, y'all don't want to do that to me. I was already in that zone, right? So I get to my hotel room, pull out my bags. I know this hasn't happened to you before. I knew at the house I was forgetting something. I knew it. I was like, I'm forgetting something. So I put on my pants, I put on my vest, I put on my shirt. I looked in the bag, I was like, that's what it was. So, in case y'all were wondering, is he gonna change or is it in his bag? No, it's not. This is what you're gonna get today. And I started to go to the mall, you know what I'm saying? Keith, you know how it is. I can go to the mall real quick, scoop something up. I'm like, man, I'm with family. Y'all can't respect these Nikes. That's what we're gonna do. So,
They clean.
you know my favorite, they clean, at least they clean. You know, my favorite saying is normally write this down. So this is not training, just remember this. Be authentic. I think authenticity is sexy. I do. I think authenticity is in. If you notice, these days people shoot the best videos with their camera wet. Camera phones, it's all shaky. People do selfies. They're just being what? Just being authentic. People take pictures with them in the picture, with the camera in the picture. You look like the camera right there. I'm like, we see your whole arm. Well, authenticity is in, right? So I'm just gonna be authentic. We're gonna keep it real. I'm gonna get out of here because it's really not about me. It's about you. But who wants some inspiration? Right? Okay, let's get into this real quick. First of all, I need you to understand there's no such thing as motivation. I travel the country, I travel the world, people call me a motivational speaker, and I respect it and I appreciate it. But the truth of the matter is, motivation is external. Inspiration is internal.
There you go.
There's a reason inspiration starts with IN. It's because it comes from where? Within. If you're looking for something outside to make you whole, you will never make it.
Amen.
So you have to first and foremost get in your mind, get in your heart, get in your head, and understand, stop looking for things to motivate you and pump you up. You got to be able to turn up your own internal pilot light so you can decide what height that flame will reach from within.
Yeah.
So I would call myself an inspirational speaker.
All right.
Before I call myself a motivational speaker, but I get it. I'm here to inspire you. Now, what exactly does that mean? That means I have to show you that everything happens twice. First internally, then externally.
Right.
Everything you see is a manifestation of what you think. Your life is a manifestation of a story being told in your head. A lot of people don't know that. So in other words, everything you see before you, whether it's pleasure or pain, whether it's happiness or misery, whether it's comfort or discomfort, highs and lows, is something you're saying to yourself that's making that a reality for you. So this is simple. If you don't want that to be your reality, change it.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, this is the thing. A lot of people don't know how to change it.
All right.
So I'm going to give you guys some equations that you can live with. Understand or remember them first. Understand them second. Live with them third, and let them manifest forth. Is everybody ready?
Yes.
Are you sure? Yes. All right. These are equations that I personally live by, and I'm going to share them with you. Because everything, especially in our business, boils down to mathematics. 1 plus 1 will always be what? 2. Anything outside of that is a misnomer or a farce. It's not true. So what you have to do is identify right now what your 1 plus 1 is going to be. My 1 plus 1 will always be 2. What that means is, as long as I keep the right mental attitude, surround myself with the right people, I'm going to get the right results. 1 plus 1 will always be what? 2. So in these equations, I want you to think about it from this perspective. First, it's not going to resonate with you because nothing resonates with you if it's outside of your subconscious. In other words, there's some people in this room right now who say, yeah, this is just another speech. Yeah, it's another feel-good speech. And yeah, I hear them and I see all these people get all these awards and we're going to give out some checks. And there's Brian again. I see him all on YouTube. But what does that have to do with me? Well, it has everything to do with you. But it has to do with the new you, not the old you.
Right.
Right.
See, the current you is not ready for these equations. So I'm asking you to remember them, record them, or write them down and table them so that the person you're becoming can get these equations. That's the reality. You, being you, got you where you are.
Yeah.
Here's a great equation for you to remember. Thoughts multiplied by action plus time equals results. Thoughts multiplied by what? Action. Give it enough what? Time equals results. Now, this is important. Most people don't understand that the equation starts with what? Thoughts. See, if you don't have the proper thoughts, you can't take the proper what? Actions. And if you're not taking the proper actions, you're going to start to gauge the amount of what? Time. And then your results equal 0. You can't flip this around. You can't say my results equal my thoughts plus action multiplied by time. It don't work like that. You can't say if I put in enough time, but I can have negative thoughts, I'm going to take the right actions and eventually I'll make some money. It don't work like that. Right. The formula says my thoughts multiplied by my actions, give it enough what? Time equals what? Results. But it starts with your thoughts. Let me prove it to you. Can an opera singer shatter a glass?
Yes.
Yes. Now, why is it that if I attempt to move an object, an inanimate object, with my mind, y'all look at me like I'm crazy? When the truth of the matter is, it can be done. So we'll look and marvel at the pyramids. How'd they do this? Easy. They tapped into a source that you no longer tap into.
Yes.
Now, if you come from those individuals who built the pyramids that they can't even figure out to this day how they did it, no cranes, no machinery, nothing.
Right.
And you don't understand that everything they did back then started with the inner source, spirit, mind, body, and soul. Those are known as your what? Thoughts. So if an opera singer can shatter a glass with her voice, what makes you think you can't move that glass with your mind when your mind created your voice?
Come on.
Hello.
So all I did was, not me, but them, take a vibration, make it high enough to where this glass can no longer withstand the vibrations and it'll what? Shatter. What makes you think we can eliminate the middle and then just make the glass shatter? A person can just reach another level of existence and shatter that exact same glass. That means your thoughts become actions. So everything you do has an equal and opposite reaction. That's physics. Everything's in motion. Right? I mean, what's in motion wants to stay in motion, and what's still wants to stay in what? Our job is to take people who've been sitting still 20, 30, 40 years and slowly put them in motion. Now, we can't come along and push them where they'll run away. So what you have to do is be charismatic. You can't say, look, you adjust your W-4? Tired of playing with you. You do what I'm telling you, the money gonna be in your check this Friday. You open up your investment account, you overpaying your taxes, you getting a tax refund. people, you don't understand, 101 million Americans overpay their taxes. Blah. You can't come at people like that. You got to understand this person been sitting still 20 years. Right. Here you come with all your energy and excitement from the convention. Having group meetings and right after this, look, we got to get this stuff together. You're like, calm down. Look, this person been in darkness their whole life. You came in and cut the light on. Their eyes got to dilate for a minute. Hold on, what you say now? My W what? Yeah, people come to me all the time, Brian, you're not winning, just my W2. I'm like, no. Hey, it wasn't them W's. But at least he getting it. You gotta be charismatic. You gotta remember that your thoughts aren't other people's thoughts. So you gotta give it enough what? Time. Enough time. You can't expect people to do and know everything you know, and you haven't even given it enough what? Time. So we have to have the proper thoughts, which will give us the right actions. Give that enough time to yield the right results. Now here's what you have to remember. I want you guys never to forget this. Comparison is the thief of joy. It really is. When you start comparing yourself to people along your journey, it's going to be very distracting to you. But you want to see a $10,000, Brian made $5,000. Y'all don't understand, man. I was just like you. Yes. I'm telling you, I worked a job just like most people do, starting out as entrepreneurs. I got in network marketing when I was 19 years old. I retired when I was 22 years old. It took me 3 years to retire, but the difference between me and most people is I didn't play around with my business. So before you look at my results, you got to look at my attitude. This was not a game for me. I had to get off my job. It was either quit or they were going to fire me. So when you get that attitude, like, look, this has got to work. Right. So understand the backstory. Understand that I used to sleep at the airport because I couldn't afford the hotels. I would book, I had enough, I remember I did this, man, I did this so many times, I promise you. I had enough money just for the trip. Y'all don't hear me? Yeah. Food ain't included in the trip. Right. I'm talking about I had enough money just for the trip. Getting to the trip. 20 years old. If the people who were asking me to come speak did not offer to pay for my food, I just went hungry. But I knew that was just the current me. See, the future me is going to reap the benefits and rewards of what the decisions that the current me makes. So if they didn't offer me something to eat, I flew back home the next day hungry. People don't hear about the backstory. They don't hear, Brian, why you catching a 6 a.m. flight? I'm like, yeah, it's because I got to be somewhere early in the morning. No, it's because I know we're going to be finished late. So if you drop me off at what you think is my hotel, I'm going to catch the shuttle to the airport. They're going to open up the gates for a 6 a.m. flight at about 4:30, and I'll just get some rest on this bench. See, y'all don't want to hear them stories. They don't want to hear them stories, Keith, how at the hotel room, when I did have enough money to drive somewhere and get a hotel, y'all know how the hotel like to hold some money for incidentals. I said, man, I ain't gonna lie to you. You can't hold the money for incidentals. I got exactly what we need for this trip. I promise you, if you swap Mr. Beane, it's only $50. I said, ma'am, you're not hearing what I'm saying. To you, it's only $50. I promise you, I don't need no internet. I don't need no movies. I'm not doing no room service. I can't let you swipe this card. We got to work something out. Mr. Beane, I promise you to be right back in your account first thing Monday morning. I ain't got till Monday morning. You ain't, lady, you're not listening. This thing has been budgeted to the T. And you need the whole $50. Ain't no incidentals. Everybody want to hear them stories. So everybody want to compare my front stage. Compare my backstage. Before you compare to what? The front stage. See, everybody gonna see you now. I don't want to reveal no names or nothing, but everybody want to see you online looking like this. But they don't see you when you're at home crying. Make sense?
That's right.
So I had to get my thoughts in order. Once I got my thoughts in order, I started taking the right actions. When I took the right actions, I had to give that enough time, and then it yielded the proper what? Results. You got to put the time in. Listen, tenure in a business means nothing. Your business begins the day you start doing it properly. Not when you get in. Right, I've been in a minute. I'm like, yeah, but it hasn't been in you. There's a difference between you being in the business and the business being in you. A lot of y'all in the business, but it's not in you. See, the business is in me. I wake up every day saying, how can I get better first? Before I come down on somebody else. Not how can you do better, not what you're doing. What can I do to inspire, not motivate, but what? Inspire you. What kind of tools can I create? What kind of events can I have? What kind of trainings can I write? How can I use my life experiences so you won't have to go through some of the things that I went through? That's why I post my whole life on YouTube. I film everything because I want you to understand that it's okay to be you. You are perfect. You are unique. You are an individual. You are a child of God. You can never be duplicated. You can never be replicated. You only got your fingerprint. You only got your toe print. Nothing else on the planet is more unique than you.
That's right.
Nothing.
There you go.
And until you understand that you and who you are, just like you are perfectly imperfect.
Yeah.
Meaning, your journey is whose journey? That's your journey. You got to go on and get through the trials and tribulations and celebrations that'll land you exactly where you want to be if you give it enough what? Time. Because I'm telling you, the universe is going to test you. I said this in my last keynote at Game Changer. Let me wrap this up. There's no up without down. The world was created with what's called polarity. Total opposites. Good and what? Bad or evil. Up and what? Down. High and what? Low. East and west. Blue and See, most people are like, wait a minute, blue and normal people say red, but you know. First it was, blue and red. I guess if I said brown, then you can say, okay, now brown go a lot of stuff. Brown. I messed it up. Blue and red. Everything has opposites. Make sense? And if you don't, embrace that, then it's perfectly fine for everything to have an opposite. So you can't make it in our society in America. There's rich and there's poor. You just want to make sure you're on the right side. You can't help the poor being one of them. People say, Brian, you always talk about money, you always talk about, it's not that, man. I'm talking about getting money out the way so I can enjoy my life. Yeah. You can help more people if you're not struggling. That's right. That's right. That's the key. So it's not like we chasing money. We're chasing what opportunities that come when money's not an issue. Right. Now you can pull up the next man. Or if not, he's going to pull you down. Yeah. Look, a drowning person is no good to a drowning person. If I can't swim, I jump in trying to save you, we both drown. So that is important to understand. The polarity that exists in your life is the same polarity that exists in business. You can't fly without gravity. That's right. A lot of people miss that. No gravity, the plane just straight what? Sails. It's gone. You can't fly without gravity. You gotta have some stuff pulling you down. And in this business, that's your haters. You gotta have the haters pulling you down so you can continue to rise up. All right. Here's the bottom line. I accept who I am. It don't matter what company I'm in, I'm gonna shine. So you might well put on your shades. But see, what I tell you, not being arrogant, that's not my issue. Look, y'all gotta stop turning down your light to make somebody else feel better. And I'm telling you from experience, I did that for a long time. I was like, no, I don't want to be too. Now, after a while, I said, you know what? Why I'm turning my light down so you can shine? Turn my light up so we all shine. So understand that, man. If you keep living somebody else's life and you keep turning your life down to make other, it don't mean be braggadocious. And I started out by saying, just be authentic. Be you.
Yeah.
Everybody can't be, you know, as brash as I am sometimes. And God, I'm glad. But I'm just saying, we balance each other out. If you cool and humble, you play the back seat. Be cool, humble, play the back seat, and don't make nobody force you to be any different. If you brash and bold and you like loud colors and you proud of what you are and you that kind of person that has that kind of personality, then you be that person. But don't be walking in somebody else's life.
Right.
Make sense?
Right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wrap this up with this. Equation number 2, emotion. Emotion stands for energy plus motion. The key to business and being successful, and people say, Brian, how are you so successful in all your companies? I really do control my emotions. I really do. It takes a lot to really just make me really upset. And I'm telling you, as a child, I wasn't always like that. I had a temper. Like, if you got under my skin, you know it, like, quickly. My mom used to be like, boy, why don't you calm down? I'm like, wait, I got it from you. Shout out to my uncle, man. My uncle, raise your hand.
All right.
My uncle's right here. That's my mom's brother. He lives in the area, came to see me. I appreciate it just on a whim. I really appreciate both you guys. But my mom will tell you, as a child, I had a quick temper, and I had to ask myself, as I got older, like, where is that getting you? Why you always just popping off? Why you looking for trouble? You looking for trouble. Say something. What? Like, that's that short complex, you know what I mean? You're fighting all your life, you're looking for somebody to say something. I had to get over myself, you know what I mean? But as I got older, I started controlling my emotions, because you have to remember, either you control your emotions or your emotions control you.
All right now.
Or somebody else is controlling your emotions.
Right.
So emotion stands for energy in motion. Put the proper positive energy in motion, the universe brings you that same energy back tenfold. Got it?
Yeah.
Last one. Luck is when opportunity meets preparation. Luck equals opportunity plus preparation. People say, Brian, you so lucky. Nah, I ain't lucky. I'm prepared.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
You understand? I'm prepared. I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. Stay ready.
That's right.
I'm always ready.